What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another session of Dapo Ibrahim live streaming podcast live streaming. Right now, I'm still trusting the process, and I would like to urge you guys to also stay with me while I'm still trusting the process. So many things are happening. I'm just having my setup. Um, a bunch of technical gears that I'm learning how to use, and I'm learning to use them on the go. Keep in mind, I'm the producer, I'm the cinematographer. I put the whole show together. I'm the one in front of the camera. I'm the one behind the camera. So it's so many things revolving around the technicality. So just bear with me. But right into today's business, we will be looking at the relationship advice Monique is giving to Shannon Sharpe. Monique has been on Shannon Sharpe's show, and she is a very outstanding human being, a comedian. So many things has happened to her over the years, highs and lows. So many things. She's been labeled as being difficult to work with. And that happens when you just want to stand your ground in most cases. If you want to stand your ground on a particular subject, on a particular matter, there is always the possibility of you being labeled as being difficult to work with. However, you got to do what you got to do. You got to stay committed to your moral. You got to stay committed to your principles. You got to stay committed to everything that you believe in. As long as you're not hurting people, as long as you're not doing things to bring people down, you just got to do what you got to do. So she's been labeled as someone that's really difficult to work with over the years. And I just want to use this medium to wish her all the best in whatever it is that she's doing. However, she's a very articulate human being, very outspoken, and she is giving Shannon Sharpe on Kusheshi a piece of relationship advice. And let's see what she has to say. And hopefully, we learn a huge amount of stuff from me too. Because that's the point of everything. We want to learn from these things. We want to listen to people who are smarter than us, people who are wiser than us, people who have lived longer than us, people who have had more experience than us, people who have more wisdom to share with us. And that's why we listen to these people. So we will take a look at the video. We will take a look at the video, and then we will speak around it. Have a conversation around it. And of course, most importantly, let me know your thoughts about it. Okay, I want to hear your thoughts. So make sure you keep posting comments below. However, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Dapo Ibrahim. This is the Dapo Ibrahim TV channel. I run the Dapo Ibrahim TV podcast, and I also have the Empirical Insight podcast that I do on the side. If you want to get to know me, you could take a look at, follow me on social media on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. I'm really not that active on social media, especially Instagram and all these other things. I'm just not super active. However, if you post something or you tag me or you message me and I see that's something interesting that's worthy of my time, I would respond. Another thing I'd like to share with you guys is that my new book is out. It's a book on poetry and affirmation, legacy beyond these walls. Very important in today's day and age, especially for young folks, young chaps out there who are trying to progress in life, and you keep hitting the stumbling blocks, you keep hitting this wall. You find yourself in a room where you think there's nowhere for you to go, and you think all doors has been shut against you. In fact, there is no door. You're just surrounded by brick walls. Where do you go? Where do you turn to? That's where this book comes in. Read all this poetry, read the affirmation, strengthen your mindset, strengthen your principles, and keep pushing forward. Maybe you have to look up, maybe you have to dig a hole in the ground, but no wall surrounding you should be a barrier to you. We always have to find a way out. You have to leave, and you have to just make use of the card you've been dealt and keep pushing forward. Poetry, affirmation, and narrative, essays, verses, and so many things are just so many gems I have in this book that I think will do you all a huge amount of positivity. I wrote a poem for Amado in remembrance and honoring Amado Diallo. I'll be reading this later on in a different live stream. In honor of also in honor of the Black History Month, I'll be reading it to us. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you click the bell button so next time I'm going live, you can hear me right away. You can join the live conversation, and also make sure you post and comment. Let's have this live stream. Let's see what we have, so we can make this lively for those who are just joining us and don't know what's going on this channel, right? Yep. I see you guys. So we want to once again want to take a look at the relationship advice that Monique has for Shannon Sharpe. Let's take a look at that. What to do I know. Real human being and the real hero. Alright, let's go. Alright, still hustling the technicalities. Let's get into this.
Dating. What advice? If somebody, if a group of women were in here and it's like, come on, they talk to us. How this dating thing? Because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
Are you trying to say what you trying to say? Mo,
I'm looking right at you.
I know
I'm
you looking at me.
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay, and gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl.
I do.
This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
This is too real. This is way too real. I wasn't expecting this, but this is damn too real. Real. No sugarcoating, nothing. This is just what you need. Not all those young ladies with their ass in their head. You need a real woman who's going to take care of you, who's going to love you for who you are. These young girls are delusional. Okay, they are delusional, and there's a reason why they're delusional. It's because they were all raised without their fathers. Okay, so it's a delusion raising a delusion, and now we're all in this delusion entrapment, which is just ridiculous. But That's it. You need someone who's mature, someone who has the same mindset as you, who is willing to build just like you're willing to build. You know. But let's keep going.
When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah.
Because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's going to say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he thought I was going to be scared to say, yes, I'm talking. And I know an old gal, she'd be good to you. Her name is Elladora. Now, when you know somebody named Elladora, she's old school. Now, Miss Elladora told me to tell you. She said, I think he like red velvet.
Oh, I do.
I say, Miss Elladora, if he do like that, she said, you let him know I got something for him.
Yeah, I like
and she
red
don't
velvet.
have no teeth. Come on, pick your glass up and clack it for me.
I love
Come
red
on now.
velvet.
These young gals will bite you.
Now, this is how it works. You see what she did right there? This is how it works. She's putting Shannon on. Okay? That's how it used to work back in the days. You put your people on. You know someone, you introduce them to someone. You know someone, you introduce them to someone. You put your people on. But this day, everyone is just selfish. You all know I'm talking about you guys, okay? Guys and girls, you guys are all selfish. If you have someone who's good looking and you're not dating, put your friend on. Your friend that's single, put in the good word for them. Okay? Put in the good word for them. Very important. This is something that I say that's missing. You're currently in a relationship, you have someone, and you know a friend who doesn't have someone. Put them on. Invite them to your house. Invite them out. Tell them, hey, one of my friends that's single is coming out with me. We all can go out together because, you know, you guys are single. You guys could talk and get to know each other. That's how they used to do it back in the days. Now you all just want to be in your house, lonely, being a cat lady, being a cat. I've seen guys with cats too. Just want to be there and just be in your house. Like in Japan, they say a lot of single people are just dying in their houses because they don't go nowhere. No one is putting them on. They're all on dating website. Dating website is depressing as fuck. Stop doing none of those things. Go out there, okay? Go out there, meet with people and meet with real people. All right. And if you have someone and you know you're not dating, put that person on. Man or woman, it doesn't matter. That's how they used to do it in the old school. That's how it is. And that's what Monique is doing right now. I know someone, I think she knows you like red velvet. You know, right then and there, they're drinking to a future relationship. And when you guys get to meet each other, don't let your ego take over. Don't let your ego take over, because ego is the enemy. So, put them on. And when you go out there, be humble. Don't think, oh, I don't like this person. There will be something about them that you would like, and there might be something about them that you wouldn't like, and it doesn't matter. No one is perfect. You got to be willing to meet people halfway, just like they're willing to meet you halfway. Let's keep going.
Okay?
Yeah. Okay, guess I gotta come on home.
Come on home, Shannon. And y'all stop putting lies out about my brother, because I was in my feelings when y'all said he didn't date black women. Y'all stop that shit. You stop it. Now, he might throw a white one in there every now and again. And it's okay. It's okay. Because sometimes, we ain't into everything. We don't do everything. So sometimes Uncle Shay Shay need a spice of life.
There you
He
go.
need to go across the street, but he always gonna come back. That's all we saying to you, Oprah and Tyler. Come on home. Come on home. Come on home. Come on home.
Sierra says a lot of women talk about Sierra's prayer, but when a God sends a good man, they don't want them. Is that true?
I cannot speak for them. I can only speak for me. Because when the universe sent mine to me, baby.
You was ready. You was ready.
When he sent that man to me, even this morning, I thank the universe for that man right there. Before I came on air with you, I was talking to him.
I know.
He said, Mama, you heard me talking.
I did.
Yeah, I said, hey, Daddy.
Yeah.
I did. Because we've not been trained. We've not been conditioned to understand you. We've been trained to fight against you.
Right.
We've been trained to go against you. We've watched our mamas, our grandmamas, our aunties speak ill of a black man. So now when a black man comes and he good, you waiting for the bad because grandmama told you black men wasn't shit. Mama told you black one wasn't shit. Your auntie said black men ain't shit. So all you have in your mind is black men ain't shit. And so when you get that beautiful black man, he's now got to say to you, erase everything they taught you.
Right.
because I'm here.
What? That's it. This is very powerful. Like, all right, as a black man, okay, I can't even count how many women I've met, and I have good intention, but they would just use their mindset to just like block the whole thing. It happens all the time, and it's not just me. It happens to most black men, and I'm not even stereotyping now. It happens to men in general, to be honest. It happens to men in general, but black men have a higher rate of experiencing this because of the way the society has been conditioned. The way the society has been conditioned towards people in general thinking about black men. Okay? And this is why black men need to just keep pushing that positivity, keep improving yourself. All this black on black crime needs to stop. All this gang or whatever, doing drugs, all these criminal activities. Black men need to stop that. Unfortunately, I swear to God, and I'm not even trying to I'm not trying to advocate for crime here. I'm not even doing that. But the society has been designed in such a way that as a black man, sometimes you need to feel like sometimes I mean sometimes you feel like you need to almost involve yourself in a life of crime in order to get what you want. Okay? Sometimes, not all the time. And it's a pressure that most black men feel. It's almost like if you don't raise your voice, no one hears you. If you don't stamp your palm on the table, no one wants to give you the attention. No one wants to listen to you. If you don't do something, no one want. And I'm saying this from a personal standpoint and also from stories that I've heard. Okay? And I have a personal story that I think I would like to share. I wouldn't take too much time doing this, but for example, I was going to a shopping mall once and then there's a parking space. You pay for the parking space and I okay, so I parked my car, was going to pay for the parking space. I went to the machine because you have to pay at the machine. And it was like $3, I believe, for the space. So I put in a $10 bill, and the machine doesn't give change. So the machine, I was waiting for my change. The machine doesn't speak change. However, I was supposed to get a ticket indicating that I put in $10 and I was supposed to get $7 change, but I didn't get a change. But I did not see the ticket. So I went to the operator, the operator that works for the complex. I told him, "Hey, I put in $10. I was supposed to get $7 change. I didn't get my change. Can you please look into this for me?" And I was like, "No, you're supposed to get a ticket." And honestly, prior to that, I never knew you were supposed to get a ticket. Honestly, so I went back to see if I could find a ticket. By the time I got there, there was no ticket. So I went there. I said, "Listen, just look in your system or kind of thing. The machine just didn't give me my change back." And I was like, "Oh, there's nothing I could do. You have to fill out a paper." So I filled out a paper. I gave him the paper. I said, "Okay, when will I get my money?" He said, "Come back the next day." I went back the next day. He said, "Oh, my supervisor's not here. He's the only one that can issue the money." I said, "Can I just park and just not have to pay?" He said, "No, there's nothing I could do." So I came back next day. I remember 5 days. After 5 days, I got really pissed. And I told them, "You know what? You're not going to service anyone here until I get my money back. Because you have the proof. I filled out the form. You've counted the bills for the previous day. Your register is supposed to be over. There's so many things that you're supposed to have looked into. And you didn't do this. Now I'm here for 5 days. I can't even have my change. And you're not even giving me like a parking ticket to just park there." And it got crazy. So I said, "We're not going to service anyone here." And eventually, they had to call the police. And when the police came, I told the police the same story. I'm not doing anything criminal right here. I'm just saying if I don't get my change back, I'm not leaving this place and you won't service anyone. And the police was like, oh, really? But there's no way for them. I said, this is the fifth day. Eventually, they called the manager, and then the manager said, oh, just give him the money back. So they gave me the money back after 5 days. And I was like, why did it have to get to this point where we even have to involve the police and everything before I could get my money back? Because I was thinking, even from the second day, if you can count the register and you see that the register is over, you should be able to know that, okay, this overage is coming from someplace. And that's just one of those things that really stresses me out, because sometimes it's almost like you need to just put your foot on the ground and just be aggressive in order to get exactly what you want, or what is right, not even what you want, what is rightfully yours. Okay, I know I've said so many things around this, but what really led to this is just the way the society has been conditioned, the way they've been designed to perceive the black man. It's almost like the black man is this wild animal. You need to always defend yourself. So you're approaching the black woman, and the next thing is, oh, um, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I've seen this saying that black men would usually say, "Oh, all black men are evil." Well, we don't know the evil ones, so we just generalize all black men are evil because we don't know the evil ones. So we can't, even though you're all not evil. So I'm like, okay, if you can say that, then we can also say the same thing towards the black women, because if you're saying all, we've had a bunch of evil black women too. We don't know who they are, right? And we don't go out there and assume all black women are evil, all black women are irrational, all black women are delusional, because one of you is delusional. Now you are using the psychology of everything to wanting to generalize for everything, which is something that we have to find a way to come to our brains, our senses, and make sure we're not just generalizing things for the sake of generalizing things. Like I said, I know I've said so many things, but we have to go back into the video right now.
Or then you treat him like that, and then he goes, and then you talk about
Now you're mad because he didn't want you the white girl, Shannon. Now y'all start treating Shannon good, okay? Start treating him good. Now, Shannon, I got to catch my plane.
Okay, this is the last one.
Unless you want to send me back on your jet.
I wish I had one, Mo. I wish I had one. But I'm gonna get you out here on this
See
one.
what y'all did?
You heard what Shaq said. Shaq
What'd he
said
say?
they asked Shaq, should a man open up to a woman? Shaq said no. He says because if you do, they're gonna use it against you. He said because if I'm crying about something, they gonna say the first time they get mad, they gonna say, see you crying because your daddy said what he said.
How do you take advice from a man who has no woman? And I love Shaq. But how do you take advice from my brother that has no one?
Okay.
If you have that person in your life and you say, listen, I'm dealing, I'm going through, who else do you talk to at nighttime in your pillow talk? Who else do you share your life with? Who are you sharing with your life with, Shaq? Do you tell another man about your situation? And does he make you feel better? Like, who do you share your life with? So I don't agree with that at all. And I love my brother, but I don't agree with that.
And that's also another topic that we've looked at, that we've looked into over the last couple of weeks. Exposing your deep dark secrets to your woman, or maybe sharing your painful moment with your woman. And I get what you're saying, but how do you take advice from a man who doesn't have a woman? Well, that is not something that's enough for me to invalidate Shaq's argument. Okay, now this is not a one size fits all kind of situation. Shaq is speaking from one experience to the generic sample size of men saying the same thing, and also him just having multiple women over the years, and it's possible that one of those women has thrown things in his face. And this comes from conversation whereby he has a girl, he shares a secret with the girl gets emotional, throws it in his face, And it was like, okay. So he meets his bunch of other friends. It was like, this is what my girl did. They're like, oh, my girl did the same thing. Oh, the other guy's like, oh, my girl did the same thing. The other guy's like, oh, my girl did the same thing. So they went online. Under that same post, I promise you, you could go to the post right now. And Shaq saying the same thing. In fact, I could pull it up right now. And we have dozens of guys saying, this is true, 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 this is true. You can't dispute all of those confirmations because those are valid experiential validations. You can't just dispute any of those things. However, you don't have to take everything because once again, this is not a one size fits all kind of shoe. Now, just like I said, whereby a lot of women would say some stuff like, "Oh, we don't know the bad men, so all men are bad." The same thing. That's the same logic Shaq is bringing to the woman, whereby he said, "Never open up to a woman," because he probably did it. Now he did it with a woman one, woman two, woman three. He opened up, and boom, they threw it at his face. No, it's like, okay, you know what? Never open up to a woman because three women did that to him. Now you disagreeing with Shaq, you as a woman disagreeing with Shaq could be one of the good ones, but we don't know you. All we've known are those women who will throw it in your face when you say things, when you share your secret with them. So, hence the generalization, and that's why. So we have to be careful with how we generalize things. Okay, that's why you need to have a way of filtering through things like this so you could get to the truth of the situation.
I think that makes division. Because if I got to call my girl and not talk to my husband,
Right.
when I heard Oprah say, and these are her words, not mine, she said, when I be stressed out and I be going through it after the show, I will come home and Gail could calm me down and put me to sleep. What you say?
What's that?
Okay, then you said it. I'm going to say
Nope. Oh, I'm gonna get Oprah on here. I'm gonna get Oprah on the show.
But those are her words. So I believe that partnership is partnership all the way around. When I leave this earth, there is nothing my husband will not know about me, and the other way around.
Did you know after your first two marriages you gonna get married again?
Yes. Because my first two marriages were just marriages of. My first marriage was you just couldn't have the milk without buying the cow.
Right.
That was the first marriage.
Right.
And we were boxers.
Okay.
And we were Friday night fights. Okay. Okay. We were it wasn't domestic violence. We was Friday night fights.
Right.
Okay. I took an L sometime, but sometime I didn't.
Right.
Okay. Okay. The second one was I couldn't afford to pay my rent.
Right.
And I didn't want to have a boyfriend.
Right.
So that's why I say this is the first time I've really been married.
Right. Tell me the story that you wanted to share that nobody else knows that you was gonna share with us.
That sounds like a cliche though, but I don't want to deep dive into that. Yes, I mean, how can you be married to someone and you say you know that's not the real marriage, but you're married to the person? You're not married to the person. You're using the person. Okay, so you're using the person, and that's unbiblical. That's unbiblical. In fact, that's satanic because what in the world is that? How you go marry someone and you say, I know it's not the right marriage, but you've been with the person, you're blocking the person from meeting the right person, so you're using them, and that's pure evil to me. That's pure evil. That's what I'm saying. No one is good. No one is good. We all need to just check ourselves, right? You can't be doing that kind of evil stuff and expect to make it to heaven at the end of the day. Nah, pure crap. I'm never gonna take some BS like that.
Y'all ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
Oh, well, something I think I forgot to mention was if I don't know if she's a Christian, but for the most part, most people claim to be at least spiritual, and if you're spiritual and you're getting married, it has to be till death do us part, you know. And that's one thing that I noticed that women have lost this day. It's now until I stop having feelings for you, or until I'm done using you, and no one talks about that. But we will talk about that here, right? We will expose all their delusion. In fact, at this point, I'm gonna say Monique is delusional.
I want you to move in. That man that was sitting right here on this couch, his name is Cat Williams.
Yes.
Cat Williams and I have a relationship. We're fraternal twins. That's it. That is my twin, my spiritual, fraternal, non-biological brother. We are twins, baby. Yes, we are. That was it, and that was all.
Thank you.
Don't nobody know that, but you, Cat Williams, don't even know the shit.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so beautiful. So, Cat,
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him and say, "Hey, I met your sister for the very first
I
time."
need you to tell him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you said this, so I don't want to quote it because I could be wrong.
Okay.
But someone said Shannon Sharpe don't mess with black women. Mm-hmm. And
Before you go any further, can I say this?
please.
My grandmother told me something when I was a little boy. She said, "Boy, never chase a lie."
Come on, baby. Come on. Come
Preach.
on.
Why?
And you never said that, right?
I've never said.
Okay, so that's why I said,
I got black kids.
that's what I said. I said, them babies black.
Yes.
They not confusing.
Yes.
We ain't trying to see if she Latin or Dominican. They black. They mama got black. Everybody that Shannon
Yes.
messed with was
Yes.
black.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Black. You a football player with a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
When you go into a city and you was in your prime,
Yeah.
you had your pick. It's no different for a woman. When I went to a city, everybody wanted to be Professor Ogilvy. Hey, and I would pick him. Okay, you look like you could be.
But see, here's the thing. Now, Mo, all of a sudden, you being this fat black woman, it ain't a problem. Because I remember you said it was.
Well, let me say this.
First.
It wasn't never a problem with me being a fat black woman, because real black men, they like them in all shapes and sizes, all complexions.
Mm-hmm.
It is these new Negroes that get into she gotta be this way, she gotta be that way. But real black men, if you can bake a pound cake naked, what y'all talking about?
So yeah. So you saw the advice, relationship advice that she's given Shannon. I mean, my favorite portion of it was just the parts where she's putting him on. That's how you do it. That's how the traditional folks do it. You put your friends on. And black women take advice. Yeah, cook for your man. The fuck? Men are always hungry. Yeah, cook for them. The fuck is wrong with you? But anyways, that's it. Let me know what you think about the entire interview and her thoughts and advice for Shannon Sharpe as far as relationship is concerned, as far as dating black women is concerned, as far as everything regarding the video, and also the social conditioning of black women towards black men is concerned, because that's something we need to talk about, and that's no joke. That's really no joke. All right, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Take care, everyone. Peace.